Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another weekly roundup. I'm your host, Scuba Steve. There's a lot of news topics that's been coming around over the last week or so, and I'm just going to do a general roundup, and I'm just going to dive right into it. First of all, the boxing fiasco, like the boxing subject, as long-winded as it is, another development. And this time, it's from JJ. It's from KSI. It's official. The event is going ahead. Him versus Logan Paul, August 25th, 2018 at the Manchester Arena. Oh my god. This is happening. This is going to be the biggest event, the biggest live streamed event on YouTube, period. And I cannot wait for it to happen. It's going to be absolutely magnificent. It's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be huge. It's going to be incredible. Just, there's so many words in the English dictionary to describe something like this, and I don't know why I cannot think of any more. It's just going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it, to see how it goes down. I'm really hoping that the undercards go with Deji versus Jake Paul, Bazinga versus Nick Crompton, and Vitali versus FuzzyTube. I'm really wanting those three undercards. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And there's also Rice Gum and iDubbbz, which I know will never happen. It won't. That's not what I don't know Ian that well. I don't know iDubbbz that well, but I know one thing for certain: that's not his style. He's just going to stick to content cops. It's what he's good at. Now, second news topic. This is one that's got quite a bit of depth to it. Back in 2016, a YouTuber by the name of Count Dankula made a video explaining how he was annoyed at how his girlfriend constantly points out how cute and adorable her dog is to him, and he thought, for a joke, to turn it into one of the most horrific things that you could possibly think of: a Nazi. So he made a video turning this cute, adorable dog into a Nazi by getting it to watch Hitler's speeches, by getting it to act all excited when he says phrases like "gas the Jews," and when he asked for a salute, and it'd give the Sieg Heil salute. It was about 2 weeks after he put the video up, after it had gone viral, he was arrested. And the hearing, the trial and sentencing were delayed throughout 2016, throughout 2017, and partially for the first couple of months of 2018. He was the court case was earlier on this week. I believe it was the 20th of March, where he was found guilty of posting grossly offensive content via a means of communication, like through the Communications Act and such. His sentencing has been delayed until April, but I believe, I'm going to paraphrase, I can't quite recall the quote, I can't quite recall the tweet that Ricky Gervais put out about this, but paraphrasing, it basically said, if you're going to put someone in jail, if you find something grossly offensive and you put somebody in jail for that grossly offensive thing, If you find something, if you find that somebody has said something grossly offensive, if let me start over. If you hear someone saying something grossly offensive, and you believe it to be grossly offensive, they might not see it as grossly offensive, and therefore you're putting him in the wrong via your opinion. Basically, this is just impeding on freedom of speech, which is actually something we technically should have, but we don't really have it here in the United Kingdom. A YouTuber goes to jail for making a Nazi joke, but yet comedians make jokes about gun stuff, abortions all the time. They get paid for it, and you get people like Katie Hopkins, a UK columnist, who compared Meghan Markle to a rape victim. She basically said in a tweet that Meghan Markle looked like a rape victim. And it's like, really? You're going to put a YouTuber making a Nazi joke in jail, but you're not going to take a columnist and put them in jail for pointing at someone and saying they look like a rape victim, and basically making an opinionated statement that, oh, this woman looks like she's been raped, and underage as well. I'll link Ricky Gervais's tweet about the Count Dankula situation, and I'll link the Katie Hopkins tweet down in the description as well. That's just absolutely stupid. It's astounding. I'll also link KSI's boxing announcement video in the description below as well. The third topic I want to go into is more in the gaming industry in regards to EA and their calamity that is Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, if you've been following gaming news for the last 4 or 5 months, you will have known that EA were making Star Wars Battlefront 2, and during the beta testing they had microtransactions and loot boxes which you could use to buy star cards and unlock heroes instead of grinding in game. Right before the game publicly launched, EA got a very discerning and a very concerning letter from Disney, who owns the rights of who owns the Star Wars name, the Star Wars brand and rights to it. And basically, EA, day before launch, turned off all microtransactions because people were getting up in arms about it, especially with a Reddit post. And they basically said, we will turn on microtransactions after we've done a very thorough review and overhaul of our system, of how we can make money through the game. And if I mind right, a spokesperson, a very high up spokesperson of EA, said when he was questioned about this at either at a conference or a panel or convention, he was questioned about it, and he basically said, yeah, we don't want microtransactions to be cosmetic only because we feel that is violating the canon, and that is something we do not want to do. Meanwhile, the game itself violates canon because you have Rey from the Resistance versus Darth Maul from the Sith, from the Trade Federation, fighting on Hoth. Neither of them would be a Hoth. Darth Maul wasn't even alive for Hoth, which is in Episode 5. Rey wasn't even born for Episode 5, which Hoth is based in. The two are at completely opposite ends of the timeline in the Star Wars universe. That's violating canon, how the two of them are meeting together and fighting against one another on a planet that neither of them have any correlation with. So you basically shot yourself in the foot, EA, by giving this higher up this kind of speech to put out there to the public. They did earlier on turn back on their their, like, they did partially turn back on the microtransaction system. It'll be fully functioning sometime in April. For the most part, they've partially turned it back on, where it's now you paying money for cosmetic items only. Where the guy basically said, yeah, we don't want to do cosmetic only loot boxes and microtransactions because it's violating canon. It's something we don't want to do. We don't want to see you out there with pink Darth Vader. Sorry, we want that. We, the gaming industry, Star Wars fans, we want that. Listen to us and you'll actually get money. If you listen to us, we will actually give you our money. If you listen to us and build the game that we would like to play. I'm not going to congratulate EA for doing this. I'm going to acknowledge them for taking a step in the right direction. Hopefully they don't make this same kind of fuck up with Anthem, because I am heavily hyped for Anthem. This is meant to be the Destiny killer from BioWare. EA and BioWare are working on Anthem, and I'm really hoping they don't bollocks it up as badly as they've done with Battlefront 2. And I hope they don't jump into the pitfalls that Bungie have done with Destiny 2, with trying to get paywalls left, right, and centre to block off vanilla content with DLC, and my voice is going here, and with basically making the grind on the upper levels all the more difficult with the XP gain. That's just absolutely insane. I don't know if I want to go into anything else. There is a fourth topic, actually. There is the new regulations for YouTube concerning firearms because of the Florida shooting incident a few weeks back. Essentially, if you have a YouTube channel that is basically about guns, you will get severely impacted with this. Essentially, your videos will get struck down. They'll get either demonetized, struck down, or at the worst case scenario, your channel could be completely terminated and taken off of the platform. If you're doing tutorials on disassembling and assembling firearms, how to use them, how to modify them, tutorials on how to reviews on guns and modifying parts of it. If you do these kinds of things with guns and firearms, your channel will get, at the very worst case scenario, your channel will get taken off of the platform. That's what YouTube is doing in regards to the Florida shooting incident and the various other shootings beforehand. It's surprising it's taken this amount of shootings and this amount of innocent lives and not failed futures, but lost souls and lost futures before the platform has actually took a stand to do something about it. From the kind of ivory tower and the kind of pedestal in their ivory tower they have. I don't think there's anything else. If there is, I could possibly include it either in a random vlog that I'll do over the week, if I feel it necessary enough, or I'll include it in next week's ramble. My voice is starting to go. If you enjoy the content, please give me a thumbs up, comment below. If you've got any pointers and such, if you have any nightcore requests, hit me up. I'll see what I can do to see if I can get it out for you. If you enjoy the content, hit subscribe as well. If you really, really want to show me some love, hit the bell icon, turn the notifications on, so you get notified when you next see me on camera and when you next hear a nightcore. other than that, until next time, peace.